Good morning. This morning I'm coming to you fresh out of the shower to share with you my current morning skincare routine. This is a routine I have been doing for the last 3.5 months now, ever since I had a Biologique Recherche facial and fell in love with quite a few of the products. Now, just for reference, I am 53 and my skin can be reactive or sensitive at times. You will see when I touch my skin, it gets red quite easily. But aside from that, it is fairly normal. It is not overly dry or overly oily, just a bit reactive at times. I already washed my face under the shower. Personally, I like to wash my face in the mornings because I work out in the mornings and I get quite sweaty. But you don't have to wash your face in the mornings if that is your preference. To wash my face, I use this right here by Biologique Recherche, and it is the Lait EV. This is one of the 3 milk cleansers Biologique Recherche has. I did try the other 2, I had a sample, but this is my favorite. It is the most hydrating. Now, as I mentioned, after my facial, I did fall in love with quite a few of the Biologique Recherche products. However, Biologique Recherche has no idea I exist. I bought all of these products with my own money. So this is a beautiful, beautiful cleanser. It contains squalene, vitamin E. It is, like I said, very hydrating, but it does a beautiful job cleansing my skin without stripping it, without leaving a residue. I can get this all over my eyes. It doesn't irritate my eyes. So I have really been loving this cleanser. I use this morning and night. I'm on my 2nd bottle. So I'm just going to get my hair out of the way really quickly, and then we will continue. Next comes my favorite part of my morning skincare routine, and that is the Lotion P50W. I love this product so much, I made a whole video on it. If you have not seen it, I will link it down below. But in a nutshell, the Lotion P50 is Biologique Recherche's star product. The Lotion P50 is an exfoliating toner, and it contains 3 alpha-hydroxy acids, 1 beta-hydroxy acid, 1 polyhydroxy acid. It also contains antioxidants and humectants. The Lotion P50 is quite strong, but there are 3 different strengths. There's the Lotion P50, there is the Lotion P50V, and the Lotion P50W. Actually, there's also a Lotion P50 Pigma, which is for pigment. But the Lotion P50W is recommended for sensitive skin and skin new to acids. I have been using this every single day for the last 3.5 months, and my skin loves it. So I take a bit of it and I put it on a gauze pad. And what you're supposed to do with this, rather than swipe it over your skin, you're supposed to dab this into your skin, which is supposed to be a bit gentler on the skin. So the Lotion P50, the regular Lotion P50, as I mentioned, is quite strong. I tried that one and it was a bit much. I turned bright red and I definitely could not use that every single day. But the Lotion P50W, so the acids in here are at a lower concentration as in the regular Lotion P50. This also contains arnica, which is quite soothing and healing. So I have had absolutely no problems using this every single day for the last 3.5 months. In fact, my skin loves it. My skin feels more balanced. I take this right under the eye, carefully of course, to not get it into the eye. But my skin feels more balanced. I used to get quite a bit of congestion in this area. That's gone. And while I'm not acne prone, it does seem as if in the last year I would wake up every morning with 1 or 2 or 3 pimples sprouting somewhere. I have hardly had a breakout. If I get one, it goes away really easily. So I even take this over my lips. And then I will, of course, do the same thing on the other side. I actually started using this, so I've only been using it in the morning for the last 3.5 months. But in the last couple of weeks, I have started using this at night, every other night. And like I said, my skin is absolutely loving it, which really surprises me because in the past, my skin has reacted a bit to acids. Next, I use Microcurrent. I use Microcurrent about 3 or 4 days a week. I do have the Pico toner, which I still love, but I also have the Zip. And lately I have been using the Zip much more frequently, just because it's easier to use and it is faster. This comes with an app, but you don't have to use the app, and really, I don't. I always have this on instant gratification, which takes 6 minutes. And what I will do, rather than to use the gel, which comes with the Zip, the gel is lovely, but it is expensive, and I don't like that I have to wash it off afterwards. So instead, I have some Roche-Posay thermal water right here, but mineral water will work just as well. I spray a little bit of this all over my face and neck, and then I just turn this on, and like I said, I always have this on instant gratification, and I won't have you sit through the 6 minutes, but I just want to show you. So I start at my neck, and you can see once the light is on, that means I have conductivity. So using thermal water or mineral water works great. You don't have to buy an expensive gel. Now, Microcurrent, I always say, is like a workout for my face. It gives my facial muscles a slight lift. It also helps some with ATP production, adenosine triphosphate production, which in turn helps with collagen and elastin production. So as I mentioned, this little guy does come with an app, but I hardly ever use the app. I always have it on instant gratification, and I have done the program so many times, I have it memorized. So I just follow along my facial contours and then hold the device in place until it buzzes. And if I feel I don't have enough slip, I just do another spritz. But like I said, using thermal water or mineral water works great. You can see I have conductivity, and you don't have to buy an expensive gel. You also don't have to wash this off afterwards. So that was 6 minutes on instant gratification. I really like this little guy. It's fast, it's easy to use, and I do find it effective. But of course, Microcurrent is something we have to use continuously to see results. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a discount code for you for the Zip. I bought this with my own money. Zip has no idea I exist, but I will link some channels down below who have a discount code for the Zip if you're interested. Next, I will use my first serum. This serum I've talked about in a couple of videos. It is by Biologique Recherche, and it is the Serum A Glyca. This is actually my second bottle. I love this serum. It is an anti-aging serum, which is supposed to help stop and rewind the glycation process. It has a couple of plant extract as well as carnosine, which is supposedly helpful with glycation. It is a very watery serum, and rather than to put it in my hand and waste it, I like to apply it right to my skin. So what I will do is I take about 3 drops on each cheek, and you can see it runs right on my face. It is really watery. It also contains glycerin, so while it is really watery, it is surprisingly hydrating. Now, I wanted to say really quickly, just because I use these products doesn't mean I still don't like some of the products I have recommended in the past. Personally, I'm a skincare junkie. I love trying new things. Oftentimes, I will have a running list in my head of products I want to use once I have finished something up, but that's just me. Please know that you do not have to try every single product I talk about, nor do you have to spend a whole bunch of money on skincare. If you have a product that works for you, continue using it, but also know it's okay to try different things. So for example, just because everybody says we need a vitamin C serum in the morning, if your skin doesn't like vitamin C, don't use it. Do what works for you and what makes you happy. So like I said, I take about 3 drops on each cheek. And honestly, I can't tell you if this has done anything for glycation, but my skin seems to love this serum. My skin seems to love the Biologique Recherche products I have tried so far. It feels really balanced, my skin does. And the weather here has been crazy. It was spring already, now it's winter again, and normally my skin really reacts to weather changes like this. But my skin has felt really balanced and really happy. So it does seem to like these products. But again, just because my skin likes them doesn't mean yours will, nor that you have to try them. Do what works for you. I really think the most important thing we can do for our skin is eat a well-balanced, nutrient-dense diet, get enough sleep, manage our stress, and of course, sunscreen. Now, things such as retinoids, maybe vitamin C if it works for your skin, can of course be very helpful, but nothing replaces a nutrient-dense diet, sleep, stress management, and sunscreen. So next I will be using my second serum, and it is also by Biologique Recherche, and it is the Serum Elastine. This serum I've also talked about in a recent video. This is supposed to help offset the loss of elasticity we experience as we age. It only contains 4 ingredients. The first one, water. The second one, hydrolyzed elastin, which is a plant-derived protein, and it is a humectant, but it can also help with skin elasticity. So this is also a very watery serum, but not as watery as the A Glyca. It actually feels quite silky. And again, I apply this straight to my face. I love using this under my eyes. It feels so soothing and hydrating. In fact, the facial that I had, my esthetician said I should use this under my eyes and around my lips, because she said that's where I have fine lines. Oops. But I like using this all over my face, neck, and chest because it does feel so silky and hydrating. And again, I just use a couple of drops on each area. Now, I am a bit of an overuser. I could probably use less product. I always use way too much, but even though I use too much, these products last for quite a while. So I have been using this for 3.5 months and I'm about halfway through. This one, like I said, I'm on my second bottle, but this I use morning and night. This I use only in the mornings. So they last quite a while. They're quite concentrated, these products, and Biologique Recherche doesn't use any fillers, any fragrance. So the products smell like what is in them. And some people say that some of the products don't smell too good. In fact, a lot of people say that the Lotion P50 smells horrific. I don't think so. At least not the Lotion P50W. It has a very mild smell, but some of the products do not smell the greatest. However, I do appreciate that there's no fragrance in them and that what you smell is basically what you get. So now, of course, I will apply my moisturizer. And I have also talked about this in a recent video. Like I said, I have really fallen in love with some of these products. This is by Biologique Recherche and is the Creme VIP O2. Now, something else that has been really fun for me is that Biologique Recherche has so many different products. It can actually be overwhelming. But for somebody like myself, who's a bit of a skincare junkie, it can also be fun because there's always something new to try. So they have a bunch of different, what they call quintessential serums. They have regular serums. They even have what they call finishing serums, which you are supposed to use after your moisturizer. I haven't gotten into those yet, but they also have an overwhelming amount of moisturizers. So it can be really fun to pick and choose, but it can also be overwhelming. However, my esthetician in the facial I had recommended this moisturizer for me because she said it is perfect for somebody who lives in a polluted area. So this contains a bunch of antioxidants, niacinamide, lactic acid, yeast extract, sodium hyaluronate. It is a beautiful moisturizer. I have used quite a bit of it. It has sort of a fluffy consistency, and while it feels incredibly light, it also feels very moisturizing. And once it is sunken in all the way, it almost feels as if it leaves an occlusive film, which biological research says that along with all the antioxidants in there can help protect you from environmental stressors and pollutants. So while I'm not currently using a vitamin C, I do feel that I'm covered with having all the antioxidants in here and also having antioxidants in here. For me, it doesn't necessarily have to be a vitamin C serum. In fact, in winter, my skin does not like ascorbic acid. It just really reacts to it. In summer, I'm okay with it. In winter, it does not like it. And personally, I do not really like oil serums. So oftentimes, vitamin C derivatives such as tetrahexyldexyl ascorbate come in an oil base. I don't really care for that. For me, I am totally okay not using a vitamin C serum. But like I said, please do what works for your skin. If your skin loves vitamin C, please keep using it. It definitely does have a bunch of research behind it, showing that it is a great antioxidant. It can help protect us from UV radiation, along of course with our SPF. And of course, vitamin C is crucial for collagen production, but not just externally, also internally. So this moisturizer I really love. And you can see it leaves you with sort of a pearlescent glow. Now next, of course, I will apply my SPF. However, before I do so, I'm just going to get dressed really quickly so I do not get my SPF on my clothes. So for my SPF, there are a couple I have been really enjoying, but lately I have been reaching for this the most. This is by Vivier, and it is a tinted mineral SPF of 30. I have talked about this in a recent video as well. It is a beautiful SPF. The color is absolutely perfect for my complexion, and the texture is lovely. It is very hydrating, sinks in beautifully. It contains titanium dioxide as well as zinc oxide. So we have our broad spectrum protection filter with the zinc oxide. On top of that, it also contains iron oxides, which can help protect us from visible light. So this is, like I said, the SPF I have been reaching for the most lately because I do feel that it matches my complexion really well. And I like to apply my SPF in 2 different layers because we do know we need about a 1/4 teaspoon for the face alone. And that is a lot to rub in all at once. So I always rub in about half of that first, and then I will take a little more and rub that in as well. So like I said, a 1/4 teaspoon is quite a bit to rub into your skin, but we do need about a 1/4 teaspoon of sunscreen to get the SPF protection it claims on the bottle. But I do find doing it in 2 different layers really helps. So this is an SPF I have really been enjoying. However, I won't apply this on my neck because it is tinted. So for my neck, I will be using this right here by Biosauce. This is also a mineral SPF, but it is untinted. This is only zinc oxide. So again, we have our broad spectrum protection filter. Now I won't put any on my chest because I am wearing a shirt, but I want to, of course, make sure that my neck is protected. So for our neck and chest, we want about another 1/4 teaspoon, which honestly I'm not using right now, but it is a rainy day and I won't really go outside. So this is enough for me right now to be in the house on a rainy day. So this is my current morning skincare routine. Lastly, I will just take a little bit of this. This is the Roche-Posay Sika Plus Lips. I have talked about this in many videos. I have so much sunscreen on my hands. This is a beautiful lip balm. It contains panthenol, which is very healing and soothing. And this has done a beautiful job keeping my lips nice and hydrated over the winter. So this is my current morning skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, just because these products work for me doesn't mean you have to buy them, you have to use them. Do what works for you, use what works for your skin, and have some fun with it. Thank you so much for being here. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below. You know, I always love to hear from you. And I would love to know, what is your current morning skincare routine? Please share down below. Or any products you have been enjoying, share them down below. And thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.